The text discusses what gang stalkers want, which is power and control over their victims. They use intimidation, surveillance, and psychological manipulation to achieve this goal. The will of power is a fundamental element of gang stalking and is often associated with the writings of German philosopher Friedrich Nietzsche. Gang stalkers want both political and spiritual power, and they use various tactics to manipulate public opinion, gather intelligence, and control their targets. Ultimately, gang stalkers want to assert dominance over their victims and seek power rooted in both the physical and spiritual realms. What do gang stalkers want? Writing by RODERICK. What do gang stalkers want? Gang stalking is a form of organized psychological harassment that involves the use of multiple individuals to stalk and harass the target of the campaign. Gang stalkers want power and control over their victims, and they use intimidation, surveillance, and psychological manipulation to achieve this goal. The will of power is a fundamental element of gang stalking, and many perpetrators are driven by an intense desire for domination and control. The will of power is often associated with the writings of German philosopher Friedrich Nietzsche. Nietzsche believed that humans have a strong and inherent drive to dominate, control, and shape the world around them. By taking control of those around them, gang stalkers can exercise a sense of power and control over their foes, whether it be their victims or rivals. They also derive a sense of satisfaction from the physical, emotional, and psychological suffering of others. In addition to the will to power, gang stalkers often seek political power. While they generally shy away from organized politics, they still strive to exert influence over society. This influence can include manipulating public opinion, gathering intelligence, and developing networks of contacts. Gang stalkers may also spread disinformation, engage in blackmail and extortion, and threaten victims in order to obtain what they want. The power sought by gang stalkers is not necessarily limited to the physical realm. Mental health expert M. Scott Peck wrote, "There are two kinds of power, political power and spiritual power. Political power is control over people and resources. Spiritual power is control over oneself." Gang stalkers often want to take control over themselves, their thoughts and emotions, and by extension, their victims. This desire to gain spiritual power can manifest itself in various forms, such as paranoia, obsessions, and attempts to control other people's behavior. Ultimately, gang stalkers want power and control over their victims. They use intimidation, surveillance, manipulation, and even physical violence to put their targets in a state of fear and anxiety in an effort to assert their dominance. The power they seek is one that is rooted in both the physical and spiritual realms, and the will to power is an essential part of the gang stalker's mentality.